May the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be forever respectful to the Almighty Creator of the heaven and the earth, divine masculine and divine feminine. Respect to all of you, and another cycle around the planet, and I am enjoying every moment of that cycle. Yes, yes, yes. Want to say happy born day to my cousin, Donna Marie. Today is her born day, my dear cousin, Donna Marie. I hope she has a wonderful, wonderful time on her born day. And she did text me yesterday, so I'm definitely sending her love on her born day today, you know. And happy belated birthday, cosmic birthday to Rick James. Yesterday was Rick James' birthday, my birthday, Dennis Brown's birthday, the reggae artist, uh, and also Langston Hughes, and numerous others. But also, I'm looking at my phone here. I'm sorry, disrespectful. I don't want to be disrespectful. But today is Ayn Rand. Today is Ayn Rand birthday. Those who don't know who Ayn Rand was the one who came up with the theory of objectivity that you have seen Star from Star Report promote over and over again. He is the objective hater. She is the founder of objectivity. She wrote the book Fountain. She wrote many books, and she was born February the 2nd also. Happy birthday to her. And yes, I had a wonderful time yesterday. Big up, big up, big up, big up. Enough respect to one of the restaurants I went to yesterday was Tasty Spoon. Went by myself. I was dolo, but a friend of mine and their family owned that restaurant. It's called Tasty Spoon. Had a nice vegetarian quinoa kalaloo and aki dinner with some water. Of course, I don't drink. Very good. And then after I linked up with one of my friends there, she works there, so she couldn't really pay. Come to find out the owner and I's family live right there in Spanish Town, Jamaica, off of Burke Road and King Street. So big up to all the Spanish Tonian family, the De La Vega family from out of Spanish Town in Jamaica. And then her auntie works there also, and it was good to see all of them there. I haven't seen her in years. And yesterday, I also went to a reggae function at a very interesting spot. I believe it's called Atlanta, Kentucky, or something like that. Very interesting spot. They had a reggae function there. Big up to the whole rewind reggae, old school reggae. They was playing some great old school. They take you back into dance hall, Barrington Levy, Buju Banton. They took you to old Buju, old Barrington, Dennis Brown, Bob Marley. They went everywhere. Gregory Isaac, all of that, all the way till 2 a.m. But I left around 1:30, 1:15, 1:30. But had a great time yesterday for my born day, and another cycle, 58 years, and 5 plus 8 equals 13. So I am 13 years of age. Once a man, twice a child. I'm in my second childhood until I get on out of this planet and out of this meat suit called the skin. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Big up to my moderator in the building. My moderators in the building. Big up to Color Curiosity in the building. Also, big up to Color Curiosity. And enough respect to Adara Moselle, who I will have on my show tonight. Adara Moselle will be with me tonight. So y'all want to tune into that tonight. Clearing negative energy. Clearing negative energy. Award-winning master tantric shaman, celebrity energy coach, and healer will be with me tonight. And family, remember, join the membership, join the membership, join the membership, join the membership, right? Join the membership, because the membership is where it's at. That's where the information is at. That's where a lot of the information, a lot of stuff that I disseminate through words, frequencies of words, sound, and power, and how important it is our words have those frequencies. Those that are new to my channel, King Simon presents Only Quality People. Big up to everybody on Instagram. Twila, thank you very much, Miss Washington on Instagram. Thanks to everybody that's coming in on Instagram slowly but surely. And of course, Wednesday we have Wayne Lightworker that's coming in. On Saturday, we will be at the 9 Ether God Fest. My books will be there. It might come in late, so I'm hoping. But y'all, those who want to sign up for a session with me, y'all can sign up at my table. But I will not be doing live sessions there because I'm going to be working the stage. So it's going to be hard for me to do all of that and all the amount of people that's going to be on stage. Also, at Nicholas Brooklyn, Heru is doing a event over there on the 2nd and the 9th. But also there's a free, purely holistic Soul Expo. Lloyd is going to be there also. And also, this is going to be absolutely free with all the vendors in the holistic planet is going to be there. So enough respect to them. Dr. Phil Valentine is doing a rebroadcast of his countdown to 2030. So please support Dr. Philip Valentine. It's going to be beautiful. Ross Kofi's coming in, how to cultivate to live, whether it's in your house, whether it's in your backyard, whether it's in your basement. Abundance Child is coming in. Keep family business alive. I see my guest in the background. I'll be dealing with him. Dr. Blair tribute. Beautiful Dr. Blair. We're doing a tribute on his born day, February 13th, with Brother Tony. The person that operates the Meta Center will be live with us. Dr. Philip Valentine and Brother Sabir Bey will be with us live and direct. Show some love to that. And that's going to be on Lloyd Strayhorn's birthday, February 16th. So that's going to be good. And on February 19th, we have the beautiful Dr. Alicia Kair. Dr. Alicia Kair returns to my stage to talk about the magic of death money, of course, ancestral money and all of that stuff. We'll be talking about that on February 19th. And on February the 22nd, I am doing a grammar of numeration workshop and how to articulate it in your own fashion, in your own way. So, and I want to big up my moderators once again. Thank you, Killer Curiosity, for sharing. And also big up to the one, the only Dr. Shakira Moore, also that has a moderator wrench. I will be bigging up everybody else later during the hard break that I'm going to take at 2:30. So keep it locked. I have a extraordinary person about to come on my live. He knows I'm always embarrassing him, but I'm going to be now that I'm 58 years of age, and 5 plus 8 equals 13. I'm like I said, I'm going through my second childhood. Once a man, twice a child, and that one. And I like the 13. I want to stay there with 13 because 13 is that power and dominant number. And if you use it recklessly, you will get wrecked. And if you use it positively, it will help you out like it has helped America out for all these years. If you read Lloyd's book, you read my book, all of us, we talk about it. Lloyd goes extensively in that number 13 number. But without any further ado, this brother here is a gem in our community, and he is a history maker in our community. He has the Power Series starting on February the 11th, and he's also teaching a workshop on learning the art of numerology as a career. Want to welcome on my stage back my brother, your brother, the one, the only, our brother, Lloyd Strayhorn himself in the building. Brother Lloyd. How are you, sir?
Fine, Samuel. How you doing, buddy? Happy
fine.
birthday yesterday. Let me repeat that again.
Thank you, sir. Thank
And
you.
I think that is very nice. What did you do for your birthday yesterday?
Man, I went to a restaurant. A friend of mine's owned a nice little Caribbean restaurant out here in Atlanta. I've seen her in the 4 years when I ran into her at her mother's house and her father's house in New York, but I haven't seen her in 4 years. And we go back probably 20, 30 years. And then I went to a reggae function where other friends of mine came from New York and through an event. They went old school with it. So big up to, I think you remember Marlon. Marlon owns the Ojama health store on Utica Avenue. Yeah, he was there. He was in town. Yes, he came through.
Wow.
He came through. So big up to the Reggae Rebound. He's a part of that whole team. Michael July was there also. Michael July, the one who wrote that book on afros and hair. He was there, and Locks, he was there also. He's a part of that team. So we had a great time. I just stood to myself and danced and listened to the music and I didn't, the one of the partners came and danced with me a little, just do a little 2-step, and she had to go right back to handling the money at the door. So she just, but I had a good time, I had a great time.
It's amazing your schedule. I don't know how you do it.
Me neither.
you have not slowed down. Exactly, you speed it up. I think it's nice to give a tribute to Dr. Blair.
Yes.
I was blessed to do a lecture with him in DC back in the 90s. So he's always been a genius. Again, maybe because he's an Aquarius like us. So
yes. And I'm finally pulling out his the guy that took it over after he transitioned, Brother Tony. He don't really do interviews, so this is the first time he's going to be off his own platform and doing an interview. And he told me, I usually don't do interviews. And he's always been that behind the scenes guy. I never asked him his birthday, but I probably will on that day. But he's going to be, I can't wait, brother. It's going to be fun, my brother.
Yeah.
First and foremost, Lloyd, you got the theme of this event is of this particular cast, and because the last one we did, we went down your own history and everything. We went into all kinds of stuff. That was good. So, family, when you see me and Lloyd on, I know a lot of people want to throw their birthdays and all that. I want to pull out more things because Lloyd says he has not only does he have a power series that he already started already, but the next one is happening on the 11th on the power of relationships. And he also has a learning the art of numerology as a career, numbersandyou and beyond workbook. Now, why are you doing the power series? Why are you doing the work? And why do you want people to learn the career of numerology, Lloyd?
Well, had somebody who says like you and I, that we would make a living doing this, we would write books about this, it would have been like, right. because he was into radio and SOBs and a whole lot of other things, and he now said the Nation of Islam. I mean, it was like,
yes, sir.
But you know what's happening with this new administration, the 47th president, as you know, there's about 2 million people that have been asked to kindly leave.
Yeah.
You know, they got a choice. And what I'm saying is people are being terminated from the most supposedly securest of jobs. Yes. And what happens is numerology is one of those, as you and I know, that you can't make a living. Now, maybe you can't make $1 million, but at least you can be able to feed a family without doing something antisocial. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. And so what has happened, you and I have proven that numerology is all over the world, because my online courses have been like in about 100 and something countries, 30 languages. I have over 8,000 students. So it's like you can make a living doing this.
Yes.
Not only that, you and I know that, and I mean, you have evolved to such a level. Look at your blackboard, man. You just outshowed yourself. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like we started at a conversation, started a radio station. Look at how you evolved.
Yes, sir.
How things have happened.
Thank you, Bob.
And so what we're doing is you gave your workshop a master class.
Yes.
But I really want to teach people how to do this. So just in case there's a backup.
Yes.
You have this as a backup.
That's right. And I'm glad you did that, because you know what it is, Lloyd, is that any form of these spiritual metaphysical modalities can be turned into a business. Astrology, I Ching, cardiology, all of them. And I think that's why I really wanted, that's why I said the theme of today was the spiritual career of metaphysics. You know, and you've been in it for a long time, please.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not like to go into a business where you become a capitalist and make it all about the profit. If it's anything about the profit, it's about the profit of humanity, the profit of helping your fellow man to become aware of the potentials, because all of us have great potentials. You know what I'm saying? Right. This culture, as it is now, seems to be about the dollar over profits. 70% of the food is now ultra processed, and all because it's about a profit, not about the health of its people. You know what I'm saying? It seems as if the city or the medical industry profits on the chronic illnesses of people rather than the benefit and the health of people. So, I mean, all of this, and it's just not in the medical, food, finances. It's all about this thing about whatever this hang up is, that they got to make a profit. And then I think that people are more important, because to me, if people exist, then you will always make a profit.
Right.
So that's my thing. So my whole thing is, well, maybe because you and I are Aquarians and we are humanitarian signs.
Yes.
That is our emphasis. So what I'm saying is, it's always nice to develop another skill. You begin to understand your fellow man, your brothers, your sisters, your mates, your children, your co-workers, your boss. I mean, it's amazing, as you and I know.
Right.
And who would have ever thought that you would write books that I have in all my collections? In fact, I was looking at my collection of books. I got this book, that book.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a nice. And let me say this for what it's worth. So for people who don't understand, Simon and I have one distinction. There is a website where it listed the top 100 best numerology books of all times.
Yes, sir.
All time since civilization. Simon and I are on that list.
Yes, sir.
We're under 50. So if they even broke it down to the top 50, we would still make the list.
Yes. And you know, proud of that. And you know, Lloyd is somebody that he's a researcher, especially born under the frequency he's born under. So he's seen that before I seen it. I have researched.
You got to write a book.
Yeah, that's right.
And as I said, for me, the title, you know, numbers are simple, but people are complicated. That's the best title on the planet. If I ever had to name, and you're right, numbers are simple. You know, 2 + 2 is 4. Right. You know, 2 + 7 is 5.
Right.
And so easy. It's just 90% or more is addition.
Right.
But it's the people that makes life complicated. That's the thing, Simon. That's
And it was going to be called Numbers Are Simple. And then I fell asleep and then I woke up. People are complicated. I woke up with this.
Oh yeah. Like it's in always.
And Lloyd, and family and friends. If you don't know, it's all his links are pinned to the top. Well, two particular links are definitely pinned to the top of the chat, and that's of course the Linktree, because it takes you to everything from his app and everything else.
I learned, and I got that from you.
Yes, sir.
I StreamYard from you. I was introduced to Nicholas Brooklyn from you.
Yes.
My PowerPoint on Palmer Street, which is going to be in April, was because of you.
Yes, you got brother.
So we're brothers. We're that kid. Nobody argue that.
Yes, sir. And go to his Linktree / numbersandyou, and of course his website is Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. Y'all don't know how much I cherish this brother's wisdom and knowledge over the years. I shout him out all the time, and y'all know how we get down, man. This is my brother from another mother and father. You know what I'm saying? But Lloyd, who do you feel will benefit off of taking these courses and workshops on how to be a numerologist? Because not every person connected to a number or an astrology sign would gravitate to making numerology or astrology or cardology a business. Which one, from your perspective, what do you see? What number, what sign would probably benefit the most out of it?
Well, it varies, because when I taught my first class last summer, I have a Cancer, a Scorpio, a Capricorn, a Leo, a Taurus. So it's the gambit. But what happens is it has to be what is inside of them. There's people that are just drawn to the metaphysical world. It could be in the power of their name. There are other aspects we know as for those in astrology where your moon is. But I find numerically fours, or those under the sign of Aquarius, tend to lean toward it even more. Going on the 4th, the 13th, the 22nd, the 31st of the month, because 4 rules numbers.
Right.
And 4 rules the sign of Aquarius.
Right.
So like in your case, you just took and ran with
it. Exactly. It wasn't no rocket science to me. It was like, wait a minute.
Yeah. But the beautiful part about of all the branches of metaphysics, whether it's astrology, palmistry, the tarot, you name it, numerology is the simplest of them all, because it's just simple addition. 1 + 1 is 2. 2 + 2 is 4. 4 + 4 is 8, etc. And what it is you and I know that each letter has been assigned a numerical frequency, because that's all the letters are, their frequencies. So I love when you break down the name. The last time you were at Nicholas Brooklyn, you were breaking down the terms of the words and whatnot. I mean, it was just amazing. And I said, I know that guy.
He's so funny. From my perspective, I've noticed that people, and you used to say gravitate, that's born under that 7 or have a lot of 7 or frequencies, they could connect to the metaphysics or spirituality in any way. So
7s and 4s, you're
7 and 4s, right. So I remember also and noticing that even in what I've recognized in clients that I've dealt with, and I always tell them, I suggest it to them, but at the end of the day, you got to want to love it, and you got to want to do it yourself. You got to want to do it. You got to be in you, because to really put down, I think it was when I lost the WWRL job is when I said, you know what, I'm gonna take this serious, and really write my books and get it out, then do what, because I wrote my first book was No Promotion is Bad Promotion, which you have that book.
Every one of your books.
Yes, sir. I have every one of yours. And exactly. And I think in there I incorporated the numbers and why I would get into promotion and all that kind of stuff. But it was that catalyst, man. And again, you were the catalyst for me to even pursue it from 1989, to even want to pay attention to it even more after learning about it in the 5% Nation of God of Earth, who's not too far from your house. That whole Mecca, and also learned from it from the Nation of Islam and also the Ansar community. They was teaching it from abjad or mathematics, and like the minister told you, what did Minister Farrakhan tell you back in the day?
He told me what I do was supreme mathematics.
What you do is supreme mathematics.
And I mean, it made all the sense in the world.
Yes,
because the universal language is mathematics. But if you notice what you said, when you were terminated from WWRL. See, this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's
A
what
lot
you
of
said.
people are losing their jobs left and right.
That's right.
And
That's
so,
right.
so what all other alternatives? So when I got into this, I was so fascinated. That's why everybody should know this, not understanding that everybody has a preference. But I'm saying you cannot escape numbers. There's nothing you can do without numbers. During the COVID pandemic, I said, well, okay, I have $100, it's free, but tell me how you're going to start your day from beginning to end without using numbers. It's impossible. You're going to either look at your watch, make a call, get a call. You know what I'm saying? There's always some kind of numerical interactions interplay throughout the day. And I told the smart Alex, well, no, don't stay in bed all day. I'm talking about do a regular type of activities without using numbers. Whether you buy lunch or breakfast or dinner, whether you buy gas, whether you know what I'm saying, whether you got to push an elevator, go to a certain floor, you got your building, which has a number assigned to it. There is nothing you can do without numbers.
You know, Lloyd, what's so interesting about that, I said, even if they laid in bed and looked at their hands, they're going to see symbol of numbers just on that, the 52 teeth, if you have 52. You know what I'm saying? Or 32. You know, and your eyes reckon it's already there. You know, I have a book that it's called the from 1 to 0 about mathematics and numbers, and he talked about the animals being able to count in their own way.
Yeah.
You know, the instinct of if they lost a cub, they know they'll start. Wait a minute, I know I had this amount of cubs. Where's that one cub that I
in
used?
Their own sense. Yeah, in their own sense. Yeah, so yes, they do.
I have I study so many multiple disciplines of science and all that kind of stuff, mathematicians and all that, because they give me more fuel to say why numbers is universal and why I do not concede to their side saying that man is the one that invented numbers. No, they already existed.
Yeah. We just have found out the art of how to interpret it.
How to exact
numbers.
Exactly. They already existed.
Why they can tell you about that's what's going on in the universe, what's going on in space. For example, back on the 21st, there was 6 signs that went into alignment. On the 25th of February, I think. February, there'll be 7 planets that go into alignment. And then on May the 19th, Malcolm X's birthday, and 2161, all 8 planets will be in alignment.
Wow. And that's 2161.
Now,
that's when we're coming out of the age of Aquarius, right? Around 2160.
No. We just really picked in. Because see, each age is about on 2,500 years.
Okay.
So when they talk about the fisherman and Christ and the separation of water, that was the Pisces state. Now we're in the Aquarius state. So
I'm mixing it up. Okay, yes.
So thus it explains the electronic, the technology, AI, people wearing their hair in different colors or multicolors, all that stuff. All that's reflection of, because it's ruled by Uranus or the 4, which is like weird or different or that. That is definitely one of our traits. But that's why we standouts.
Family that are just tuning in, we're here with the great Lloyd Strayhorn, our brother. He just want to be called your brother, but that's just my brother.
Lloyd.
That's Lloyd. Hit him up at Linktr.ee/numbersandyou or Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. And remember, he does have a major thing going on right now. He has a power series on February 11th. He has the power of relationships. Now, a lot of people ask me to do relationships. I stopped doing it and I send them to you most of the time nowadays, because Lloyd, I got to get into that, but I also want to talk about, of course, you got learning the art of numerology as a career on February the 25th. I want y'all to really tap in and go to his Linktree/numbersandyou, and remember, learn and what his courses and classes and workshops is going to enable you to, even whatever metaphysics you're getting into, it's going to be able to help you to turn it into a career or make it a part-time career if that's what you want from your business or whatever. It can help you out. Relationships have been very tumultuous, to say the least, in this day and time, my brother. Man battling woman, woman battling man, woman battling woman, even if they're in that relationship, men battling men, even if they're in that type of relationship. there's more divorces going on even in that type of relationship right now.
Yes, there are. Yep.
So
yep.
I stopped doing relationship consultation, and if people want me to do it, it costs probably $1,000 to do one with me. I don't play with that, because I realize that a lot of people, when they're getting into relationship, they're not serious because they're looking for the next gold piece, so to speak, the next grass on the other side, the next piece, to be respectful. What is it about relationship that you found that was over the years of doing this that have been so positive and negative, sir? What have you noticed?
Well, I would take, if I had to write a title on relationships based on your best-selling book, that relationships are simple, but people in the relationships are complicated. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me give that a round of applause. I gotta get that one. Yeah.
Relationships are simple. It's the people within the relationships can make things very complicated.
That's right.
But it didn't used to be this way.
Right.
So if we look at our parents and our grandparents and their parents and parents and great grandparents, they were married 30, 40, 50 years. No problem. It wasn't about the zodiac signs. Right. It wasn't about the numbers. It wasn't about the dating apps. Right. Okay. It was about, for better or worse, for richer or poor, in sickness or in health. And they stuck together through the thick and thin. And so after the 60s, especially in the 70s, 80s and beyond, there's no emphasis on family. So back in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, if a woman had a child without being married, that was called an illegitimate child. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It was almost a stigma attached. Now you have one. I saw something on recently, not on one of these social platforms, where the woman had 4 children with four different fathers. Mm-hmm. I almost said with pride, where that would have been unheard of 30, 40, 50 years ago. That would have been shame on you. You ain't got your man. You got a woman pregnant, you about to jump the broom. Yep. That's how that was. It was not even up for conversation. Right. So things have changed, and maybe that for that reason. And then they said with the advent of the internet or these social medias, and then the dating apps that give people options or whatever the case is, and they found that a lot of people, yes, are attracted to each other on dating sites, but then when they asked the after view, was it worth it? A lot of them will say no, it wasn't, because what you see is not always what you get. So now people ask, well, I need to see a recent picture, or some don't look like the picture they sent, or whatever. But the point is this: we are always, from the womb to the tomb, in a relationship. It starts with our mother, our father, our brothers and sisters. Then it evolves to our friends in school. Then it evolves to boyfriend, girlfriends. Then it evolves to later on husbands and wives. Then it deals with co-workers and bosses. So we're always in a relationship. And you and I know from experience that either ask about money first, or relationships first, and it's about money. So I said, well, let me deal with this, which is why I wrote the book, Lloyd's Numbers in You Relationship Guide, a Cosmic Blueprint to Happiness and Joy. So that's what I'm going to be featuring on the 11th, to teach people about. And you know what the best relationship is with oneself.
With yourself, exactly.
That's where it's going to start. So most people think it's going to be about, about where's my best love and all that stuff. Yes, I'll show people how to find their soulmate, as they call it, or how to be in alignment better with relationships. But the best relationship is learn how to have a good relationship with oneself.
Yes, that is
really, because that's where it all starts.
Yes.
And that will then deal with other people. But I think nowadays people's attitude is that I expect you to be like me. You can't. We have to have our own individuality. And once you accept that, and so we don't want to do that. Oh, I don't like that you go back to your mother, or you go back home, as against working through this. Listen, there was some couple that had, I'm going to illustrate that. They've been married about 60 years. Don't think they didn't work each other's nerves.
Of course.
Okay. She worked his nerves, he worked her nerves. You know what I'm saying? So But the fact of what did they do? What was the magic? What was in it? What was that key element that seems to be missing in the 21st century? Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I got a couple of them. In fact,
Yeah,
my
no,
book's sitting on it.
I got my water on it. Yeah, that's I just want to make sure people know I'll keep it holistic here.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
keeping
yeah,
it
no, I got mine. I got mine. So
big up to Uncle Roger's son. Yes, sir.
yeah, that's my buddy. So
Our
what
brother.
I'm saying is that we can't get around relationships.
Yeah.
So from the womb to the tomb, you know what I'm saying? We're always in it. But to me, the secret to the relationship is know thyself.
That's true. And
That's
you
the point.
it's 25 minutes after the hour, family. I'm going to take a hard break in 5 minutes, but I want Lloyd to answer this question. You know, Queen of Four, our dear friend, of course, I definitely big up to her. And
Leo.
Leo. Queen of Four always used to suggest a relationship from her perspective that they at least go deal with each other for a whole year first. Sometimes live with each other or deal with each other intimately in multiple ways for a whole year before you move in and lay in and do all. Some people are jumping into 3 months. That Steve Harvey said 90 days and all that. What say you from a numerical perspective? Or astronomical perspective?
My mother used to say the courtship ritual. So let's say I'm interested in dating somebody. I'm going to make sure I wash up. I get a haircut. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to put deodorant under my arm. I'm going to put some cologne on. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to put on a big smile, brush my teeth. I'm going to do all the things. But see, all that's just an issue. But we all have that part that we show. It's like what happens months from now, a year from now? Do you get that same kind of thing? Is there consistency? So this is why people will sometimes jump into these things, but really it takes time to get to know a person. It really, really takes time because everybody's got a flaw. Everybody's got a challenge, a weakness, or whatever the case is. And once we find, well, that person don't do this, but I think, the fairy tale books have done these things and they live happily ever after. Nobody lives. I've never met a couple, not one. They haven't been challenged or gone through some drama or worked each other's nerves. Once you understand that, it's like the sun don't come out every day, Simon.
Exactly.
It'll be cloudy one day, stormy another day. It's how you handle it. And if you dress according to the temperature outside, of nature outside, it's the same in a relationship. There's going to be times where and then see, they don't understand. Like one could be going through a 9 personal year, and the other couple is going through a 2 personal year. Well, we know 9 and 2s are in direct conflict, or a 6 personal year and a 4 personal year. We know that these numbers are in conflict. So they may say, well, we just don't seem to be on the same page in our relationship. I want this and they want that and they want that and I want this. These are the kinds of things that I hope to break down where people understand, said no matter how it goes, whether the sun is out, the sun is not out, they understand and act accordingly.
And that's why we give people their challenge numbers and their power numbers, or their character building number, like Brandon would say, Brother Brandon would say. And I usually like doing that. So big up to Brandon Smith all the time. Look, we're going to take a hard break right here. We're going to take a nice little quick 1 to 2 minute break and we're going to be right back with our brother Lloyd Strayhorn. Remember, go to his Linktree / numbers and you, and don't forget his website, and his Linktree has everything. Hold on,
I got that from you. Linktree,
look at the Linktree, got everything on it. Palm Workshop, all of this, all the workshop, all the series, Live with Lloyd, everything. His app, everything is on his books. All of it is.
You got to show me how you do those things.
I will show you, my brother. It's all about share. It's just share screen. It's right here. It's share screen. That's all it is. But I'm gonna.
You make it easy.
Look, we'll be back right after this with our brother Lloyd Strayhorn. Don't touch that down. Please, family, please like, subscribe, share with at least 3 people. At least 3 people. Because 3 is about expansion. So at least share with at least 3 people. We'll be right back after this. Don't touch that dial, family. All right?
Get ready. The 42nd International Reggae and World Music Awards Show is coming to the Coral Springs Center for the Arts, Fort Lauderdale on Sunday, March 20, 2025. Celebrate the biggest names in reggae and world music as we bring nations together through music and culture. Early bird tickets are on sale now. Don't miss out. Grab yours today at thecentercs.com or irama.com and book your stay for an unforgettable weekend. Hurry, prices go up after Thanksgiving. Follow us on social media and visit our website, www.irawma.com, for more details. The 42nd Irama Show, where the world comes to celebrate music.
Numerovation with King Simon. Text me now at 347-496-1022. You could also take my course if you want to, but do text me for your sessions at 347-496-1022. You could also get my books on Amazon at Linktree/King Simon the Numerovator. Remember, you can book your session and get it done right now. 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. King Simon the Numerovator. Yes, welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to the same old station that we talk about. It's King Simon in the building. That's right. With our guest, Lloyd Strayhorn. Remember, make sure you go to his Power Series coming up. Go to his Linktree /support him /numbersandyou. And don't forget, he has that's a regular Power Series that he got going on now. So February 11th is going to be kicking off at 7 p.m. And don't forget, make sure you support that Learning the Art of Numerology as a Career on February the 25th. And of course, I got to remind you that I got a whole thing coming up, my own grammar of numerovation and workshop and how to articulate it. Well, I'll go through some older numerologists, what they used to say about the expression word and the expression, the soul urge and all that. But I'm telling people to really resonate with what they feel they need to resonate with, because some people don't even understand it. Some people ain't even gonna go that far and go and study that far. So whatever you resonate with, sometimes you gotta create your own language for this stuff and really just keep with the root and the base of it and just keep on moving. Also, just want to remind people that later on at 6 p.m. we have Adara Moselle coming in. Woo, she gonna show us some tantric love. Oh my God. You know how she gets down. She gonna show us some tantric love. It's gonna be crazy. And you know how Adara, so she's gonna be helping us cleanse some energy. My next lesson that's coming up is called Divine Digital Codes. And right here on YouTube. And remember, I always put my lessons in the membership. So if you want to get that, I'm going to be breaking out each word from a numerical perspective using the older system and the newer system to show you how it could all work for you. Again, it's called, this next lesson that's coming up is going to be hard body, and it is called the Divine Digital Codes. Big up to Sri Master Grill that said that and big me up. And also, just want to remind everybody that on the 5th, we're going to have Wayne Lightworker, who will be dealing with mental health. He's a mental health clinician and a certified peer specialist. Also, the 9 Ether God Fest with Brother Rich and the whole crew. I'm the MC. It has been sold out. It is done. It is finished. It is over. So don't even try it. He's gonna record it and put it on his Patreon. So go to his Patreon at Black Magic 363. And my books are gonna be there. Nina Diamond's book is going to be there, and my books are going to be there, Unveiling 9 Ether, and her t-shirts are going to be on my table and all that. And remember, if you're in Brooklyn Make sure you support Nicholas Brooklyn, the 8th and the 9th. The 8th is going to be Brother Haru. He's doing the 8th and the 9th, but the 9th is going to be an absolutely free 99 pure holistic soul expo. It's going to be off the hook, man. You don't want to miss that. And of course, big up to my my moderators, the people that have the moderating wrench in there. Dr. Shakira Moore, Color Curiosity. Big up to Paris Williams. Also, make sure you support Paris, whatever she's doing. Carrie Ann Ingram. Big up to Carrie Ann Ingram and what she does. Hit her up at carrieanningram.com. Big up to AdaraMoselle.com, AdaraMoselle.com. And if you want to get hypnotized by the one, the only Kendall, all you have to do is contact her. She's very helpful. She's helped me, that's for sure. And if you want your taxes done, DTR Taxes, man, hit him up at DTR Tax LLC. Hit him up and he'll take care of your taxes. Big up to my son with his car detailing company, and also my other son with his recording studio. My audiobook is almost finished, but we're adding music and different things to it right now. So it's going to be off the hook. I'm doing some nice little Afro beat underscore with frequencies and all that. Oh, I want some energy. You know, I got to remember Lloyd, when Lloyd did his first book, his first audio book. I got to bring Lloyd back up here because Lloyd did his first audio book back in the day. He had some music background. He had all of that going on. I remember all of that. So I still have it. I still have it. So,
yeah.
Welcome back to the platform, Brother Lloyd, all the time. Yes, sir. Let me give you a round of applause.
You have an amazing schedule, Simon. You don't get no sleep. That's what it is.
I'm gonna get some sleep, but I'm working in the dream world too, Lloyd. I'm working in the dream world. I can't believe it. I was in the dream
that makes sense.
Last night. This morning waking up. I was in a dream with Les Brown. We was at a whole function and Dr. Melanie Stevens, who I spoke to 2 weeks ago for her birthday.
What are you doing?
Yeah, she's another person transitioned in her family, so she going through a whole lot, bro. So I just, I was so surprised she answered the phone. I was so surprised. I was like, wait a minute. She said, King, right now I am at a funeral. I'm like, what? Another funeral?
Yeah, wrong time.
No, I can't. But
well, if you talk to her, please give her my best, because I've tried many times to reach out to her.
I did tell her that people are trying to reach out and show her love, and you was definitely one of them that I mentioned. Lloyd, getting back to what we're doing here, a lot of people don't realize that. Getting back to relationships, and because everything is a relationship. I mean, our heart is relating with our lungs in its own way. They all doing their own thing, but they all help serve this greater body that we have. It's all about relationship, interdependent. Everything is working interdependently with each other. In relationship, a lot of people don't realize that sometimes you can have especially when it comes to numerology, you can have a number, a personal number that might be a challenge to that person's life path. And it can still upset the whole thing. It can still bring that challenge to that relationship, but it really takes communication and why we do what we do to try to help people understand what's going on and why they need to know these different modalities to give us better guidance in this realm right here. So from all the thousands, probably millions of clients that you've affected over the years, what has been some of the most testing type, or the people that's been more disturbing when it comes to numbers and all that? What frequency have you seen that has been very disturbing when it came to relationships in numerology or astronumerology, my brother?
Well, like anything, Simon, is for me. My goal is always to get the person to have to understand the power of the numbers. Right. So you and I know that there are numbers that are very friendly to us as well as antagonistic to us.
Yes.
Yet we have, through the power of understanding metaphysically, we know that, okay, this may not be our best number, but we could at least understand why. But because we don't know in the average, like, I'm not feeling a person. So I remember I put out a CD, which I might re-release, that why is you can meet a person for the first time and feel right at home.
Yep.
As if you've known them. And then you meet another person for the first time. They didn't say nothing to you. They didn't do nothing to you, but you're just not feeling, because we all have an aura or frequency that we set off.
Right.
And so it doesn't mean you have to live with the person, but it means you understand, if nothing else, why you don't like that person or don't get along with that person. So that's why I'm saying that the whole point about relationships starts within the self first.
That's right.
Once you know yourself, you're able to understand why. Okay, that's why me and King Simon get along. This is why me and so don't. That's a take it or leave it situation.
Right.
You know.
And you're saying, and so, and a lot of people, what this is good, this is bad, but there's really no good or bad number.
No.
Negative, really no good or
and
bad.
And that is when I taught in City College numerology course there. One of the students says, "Well, how can you tell whether a number is good or bad?" To me, it's incredibly simple. It's based upon the actions of a person. If a person is causing mayhem or drama or blocking people's blessings, obviously they're living on the best side of their numbers. When these people go to war, whoever these people are, that's not living on the best side of their numbers. When you kill people in countless measures, that's not the best side of the numbers. I don't care what nobody says. Actions speak louder than words. As the elders say, you can show me better than tell me. Okay. And this is the whole thing. So that's why. But see, you and I know that each of the numbers bring with it its potential, its greatness.
That's right.
It's what we do or don't do without potential greatness.
And that's why I always tell people that numbers are objective. They're not subjecting you.
Yes, they are.
Exactly. They're objective. You know what I'm saying? You choose where you're going to go, the right, the up or down path. That's up to you. Where you going to go?
So a person could get all emotional if they want to and get argumentative, but 2 + 2 is 4 when they get off the table and calm down. That's exactly how it is.
Exactly.
So that's the beautiful part. It puts the subjectivity to the side and deals with 2 + 2 is 4. Simple.
But we're not doing this for emotions. We're not. I mean, and some people would challenge you. No, you telling me that this and this and that. I said no. I said I'm giving you 2 roads, and if this road is not completed, or this road is not shown a certain way, or you're looking at your child, and if your child is going a certain route, although you could have taught that child the best, that child is up to them where they're going to take the lower frequency of that energy. Because just like all of us was children, my mother used to say I was hard-headed. I was hard-headed. I would go and do what I wanted to do.
You do?
Yeah.
You do? Listen, my folks was from the South. I got 2 beatings, okay? My mother would beat me in the afternoon, and my father would beat me when he got home, okay? And see, what happens nowadays, that's called abuse. But my folks' mindset from the South, and in those days when they were coming up as youngsters coming to New York City, they either rather do it than someone else out in the city does it. You see what I'm saying? Whether it's the police or somebody else, okay?
Exactly.
Always make sure you wear clean underwear too. Whatever
exactly. And my mother and father from way down south, Jamaica.
And so
they did that too.
But I got to be honest, and being honest and respected love to my parents. There wasn't a spanking I didn't get that I didn't deserve. Because I was hard-headed.
Exactly.
I really was. Although I'm a nice guy now.
I would say the same thing. It wasn't abusive. At the time you may feel it's abusive because you don't understand what's going on or why you're doing or why, but you did something wrong, and they always let you know that, look, you're getting this because you did this wrong. And I used to tell that to my children also. I said, look, you're getting this belt named Tyrone and this belt named Anthony and this belt named Simon because you did this to your mother. You did this in the kitchen, or and you wasn't supposed to do that. They knew the names.
So this way people don't think, oh, Strayhorn was abused when he was growing up as a kid. No, I was disciplined. And they rather do it than somebody outside of the family does it.
That's right. Okay, police officers don't care about you. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you a story, Lloyd. One time I was on Church Avenue running amok with my gang, my friends, running amok on Church, and it was Church. I'm laughing though. Don't laugh. It was Church and Nostrand Avenue. Yo, when the police came to stop us, they had the Billy Club, and one of them swung towards my head to knock my head off. Lucky he got my hat, because I always used to wear hats. He hit the hat off, and I got away. So he kept the hat, and I got away. But it's letting you know that when you chastise your children in any way that you do, as long as it's not abusive, you're letting them know that I'm doing this because they gonna do it different. They will take a bottle and beat you upside the head over there in the street. When we're trying to show you for love so you can be disciplined on them damn streets and don't get in that type of trouble. But my head almost got knocked off on Church Avenue and Nostrand at this fruit stand where the Koreans had. Almost got, so I know I had it too.
Calls myself. So, but you learn, and then as you know, naturally, when my parents made their transition, and my mother told me I would get my turn when I started having my children. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So you just don't know. So that's why I talk about why relationships are so important. Why is that we will tend to go to one store and deal with business then versus another store? Why we get along with one neighbor versus another neighbor? I mean, it's just, but once you understand the power of numbers, you should get along with everybody, at least up to a point, because there are people who just don't have that kind of understanding. And for them, misery love company. Leave them alone.
Exactly. And that's funny because a friend of mine owns this house, and she and the neighbor next door does not talk. But me as a man, me and him, we in conversation. He's a former military. He knows that I come from a military background and family. And we get to talk. He said, man, she said, he never talks to me. I said, sis. I'm just one of those people, but he, men like men shopping. So he knows he's seen me consistent here, living here, and now he knows that I'm here. So he had to show me respect, and then I found out he's a former Army guy and all that. And then I told him about my military family and my background in the nation. And we've been there, I met a few neighbors around me that I know. They know who I am, and I know who
Simon, I don't know nobody who don't know you when you're in the face.
I'm just saying.
I'm keeping it real. Okay?
But family, again, we got Lloyd Strayhorn. Make sure you support him via PayPal, his Cash App, his Linktree, his email, all of that. His 800 numbers right there, 581-4401. That's 581-4401. And it's so important that we learn to study these modalities. Now Lloyd, getting more because I've been watching your program, checking out the different people you bring in, and also working with Kimberly. Big up to Kimberly. What's the name of her program again? Kimberly program?
Manifest on Purpose.
Yeah, I'm supposed to get on there, but we haven't
put you on the show too.
Yeah, I haven't been. Yeah, a few people. Because I wanted to wait after my birthday, really, so I can get that frequency, that reputation cycle. And people understand why we wait for certain things. If you ask me to come on your show, we're looking for numbers that correlate with our frequency, so we can have the best account on your show than ever. You know what I'm saying? So we could do what we got to do. And I help with Billy and Elizabeth get married. I gave them their numbers because their numbers is the 415 and the 515.
They got the same numbers.
Exactly. So I gave them those numbers that work with them, and sure enough, these people married on that day, and it worked very well.
Isn't that a good feeling, though?
Isn't that a beautiful feeling?
Because I have been asked what several, well, actually more than several, many couples about getting married. They're all married. There's only one person that's not married to that person because that person died of an illness. Other than that, everyone but this is where relationships come in. Yes. This is where the power of understanding of having these things, and then how to get things in alignment. And once you do that, it's great.
But I was on somebody else's podcast, and I want you to, because you're OG in this. And OG don't means old guy; it means old God in this. You're an old God in this.
Or original gangsters.
Original gangsters in this. He was in Harlem. Right there. When Bumpy and them was around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So and and somebody came on and said, "Yo, how can the system of," he was trying to pin us into astrology also, but he said, how can these systems work in the southern hemisphere and also the northern hemisphere, or in the western hemisphere and the eastern hemisphere? How can they work from your perspective? I gave him a good answer, but from your perspective, what would you say to that?
Well, my attitude is I don't care what part of the planet they're born on.
Same thing I said.
They have a month, a day, in a year. We got their numbers, Simon.
Exactly.
That's that simple. Or what? Now, if anything, we might need an interpreter to interpret. But now with this new technology and AI, they now got earplugs or earpods you can plug in that understand any language you talk to. That I understand they even got glasses where you put those on and you can hear what people are saying in a different language. So you don't even need an interpreter anymore. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But wherever human beings walk this point, but so they've got different calendars in different parts of the world. Like I've talked to people in the Middle East, they've got a birthday there, but when they come here, their birthday is different. I talk to people in Africa, they got a time frame that's different. But I don't care. It's a month, a day, and a year. And then you and I know the art form of how to therefore determine which number. A person will say, well, I'm born on this day. My mother says I'm born on that day. First of all, I'm going to always go with the mother. Okay?
Always go with mama. But yes.
You know, we guys who give birth, so we don't have a clue. But you talk to a mother who's given life in this world, they know exactly the circumstances. I was moving the couch, my water broke. You know what I'm saying? I was in an airplane, a cab. So they know. So I'm going to always go with the mother. I don't care what these so-called documents.
My father tried that too. He tried to say I was born at night. My mother said, no, you was born in the morning. He didn't make it there until night.
But you see, and this is one of the reasons why our elders used to keep the birthdays in the Bible, in the Caribbean and in the South.
That's right. Exactly. That's right. That's why
they would keep the birthdays in these in Holy Testaments. So it's just amazing. And then
Lloyd, I had somebody come with their calendar from the Hijra calendar, the Islamic calendar. And I broke down that because, I'm from the Islamic background, and I went into that, and he was born October under that Hijra calendar. He was born under another date under the Gregorian calendar. So Hijra calendar is, and then I said, okay, yeah, I know the Hijra calendar, good. And that's why it's so important. If you're going to get in this seriously, family, you got to study.
There's no way around it. That's what's so deceptive about numerology. It's so incredibly simple to get in.
Yes.
But the deeper you go down the rabbit hole, the more it's like, wow. And this whole world is about numbers. What they tell you nowadays, don't give out your social security numbers. Don't give out your password number. Don't give out your PIN numbers. Don't give out any numbers practically.
Exactly.
Okay. And so some of the greatest scams now are gotten through phone calls. So they use numbers. You know what I'm saying? These are ghost numbers, then they'll disappear and whatnot. So it's just interesting. It's just
it's just. I mean, and family, please contact our brother. The link is actually pinned to the top of the chat. His two main links, his Linktree and his website. But he does have a 1-800 number if you want to do a session with our brother. And if you want to spread some Cash App love, that's $numbersandyou. Some PayPal. His email is lloydstrayhorn@msn.com. That's an old email. No,
it's new now. Actually, it's lloydstrayhorn7@gmail.com for PayPal.
Oh, that's a PayPal. Oh, so you changed it. Okay, you changed it.
Lloyd Stray. Yeah, well, as you said, that was the old one.
Yeah, what is So I gotta change that. What is it? What is it?
Lloyd Strayhorn #7. We know why 7.
Yes, of course. #7 at Gmail, right?
Yeah, Gmail.
I want to, because it was him and Dr. Africa that had these old. He had Juno account. He had Juno. I'm like,
no, that was a real back of the day moment. Then I said, really? I
said, Dr. Africa, don't you know that day is old?
And his birthday was just last week on the 27th. And see, you and I were very honored because we were blessed to go to his home on several occasions.
Yes, stay at his house.
His wife published our books.
Yes, they did.
You know what I'm saying? We have been very, very blessed.
Yes, and Lloyd, why I said in the beginning of it about making history. And sometimes in the midst of making history, we don't even know we're making history because none of the history makers know it. And so, family, if you're going to get into this system seriously, astronumerology, numerology, numerovation, whatever we're calling it, whatever I Ching or whatever Nina and Aquarius and them is doing, whatever Paris and all, you got to know that you're making history. And really take that for an account. Lloyd won't even know until his family start talking about it later. I won't even know until.
That's exactly right.
We wrote the books because we're reading books of old numerologists and old history makers from the past. So know that if you're going to get into this seriously, like he says, he has the course, he has the relationship course coming. I mean, power series that he's doing February the 11th at 7 p.m. And he also has this learning the art of numerology as a career. Very important that whatever you do, whatever, because Lloyd is the one that said to me that these modalities will never go out of style. Never.
Listen, my book, Numbers and You,
yep,
was published 45 years ago.
45 years ago.
And it still sells. Because you're dealing with universal principles.
That's right.
And this is what I try to get people to understand. When you deal with universal principles, you know, that never goes out of style.
Right.
And can come and go, but the universal principle is the universal principle.
And I quoted you in my book with that one. I love that quote. Somebody just asked a question. If you don't mind, I'm going to ask this question. We got 5 more minutes with Lloyd. Let's ask the question. Somebody says, I feel you. There is a blockage in my life restricting potential growth. What should the process be to unlock such potential? Does it involve numbers and astrology? Go ahead, Lloyd.
Those modalities help, but there are others too.
Yes.
Okay, there's tarot, there's palmistry, there's others, there's psychic developments and whatnot. But let me say this too.
Right.
The power of what you plant in your mind has a lot to do with it.
Yes.
One time somebody said to me that, well, you know, we're cursed. I says, no, you're cursed.
Yeah, exactly.
Because here's why I'm saying it. Because as soon as we hit a roadblock in life, that's the first excuse we come up with.
Yep.
Well, you know, I'm so-and-so, you know, because there was a curse put on me. The curse starts in your mind. It's what you plant in your mind. The power of the mind. So as a man thinking, one of the famous books, okay?
Yeah.
And so it's what we plant in our mind. So if you think success, that's what you will have, success.
Right. That's
right. If you think blockage or whatever the case is. So I would say once this person begins to change their mindset, they'll notice that the environments and the circumstances and the opportunities will change in direct proportion to their thinking.
That's why I always recommend The Science of Living by Reverend Ike. Always recommend that book because
and they should get his autobiography or his biography.
I got that too. I got them all. I don't play. I got it. You know, because I love it. I want to get Xavier on too, man. I've been hitting. He been liking my stuff, so I noticed. I'm just trying to peel the layers because he's a shy type. He likes to deal with himself. You can tell he's very shy. You know what I'm saying? So I checked it out. But you know, and family, remember what adding on to what Lloyd just said. You know, when it comes to those things, in my book, I talk about taking on the armor of God, all of the armors of God. And whatever spiritual system you're in, numerology don't take you away from your religion. We want to make you better in it. Whatever system you're in, we want to make you better. I don't want to take you from Christianity. If it helps you to stay off the street to go kill somebody, stay your ass right there. I don't want you out there doing the foolishness. If you're in Islam, if it helped you, if you got Islam in jail and it's stopping you from being some character, some crazy drug dealer on the street, stay in Islam and then do a session with myself or Lloyd so we can guide you and help you to navigate while you're in Islam or in Christianity or in Hebrew or in Judaism. We don't have no problems with that.
I mean, that's an excellent point because I explained to people that religion is a belief. What we do is a science.
Metaphysics.
It's a whole different. They don't even equate. Exactly. So this is why one believes one God is better than the other. But I tell them, name me a war fort in the name of the sign of Aquarius. They can't name me one.
Can't find.
Name me a name fort in the name of the number one. They can't find one.
They can't find one.
And then they got nerve to get upset with me too.
Now, I always tell Lloyd, I said, now these guys behind the scenes that like Adolf Hitler, they studied this stuff so they'll know how to navigate.
They did.
So when they wanted to launch a war, you find that wars and 5 sets on Tuesdays or in the sign of Aquarius because they're studying this stuff. But it's not named Aquarius, the war of Aquarius or the war of numerology. No, but they use these things because these are well-known superpowers that even all of the people of Germany, if you watch those Captain America movies, they're telling you the science.
Listen, Napoleon used it. Ronald Reagan used it. I mean, more people than people ever imagined use the science. Even J.P. Morgan, when asked, does it make millionaires? He says, no, it makes billionaires. He was taught by an astrologer, Evangeline Adams, born and Aquarius on
Yes.
February the 8th.
That's right. I got a book right here, autobiography.
I got it in the bowl of heaven.
Yeah, you told me, so I said, I'm gonna get that.
Yeah. And
I got
and see, the beautiful part about reading these books and reading her biography, she said she taught J.P. Morgan. So there's no question.
She taught them, and she's one of the most famous of her time too. And then you have Shiro, that was also famous in his time.
Yeah.
Then you have Dr. Matrix.
Yes,
people don't read
Dr. Matrix.
Yeah, no, I got the Dr. Matrix. I was there reading like, oh damn! Everywhere he moved to, he changed his vibration for that city.
Yeah, if he wanted to be a lawyer, he changed. He wanted to be this. I mean, so numbers are. Do you know there is a certain ethnic group that shall not be named, that if a person is close to death, they will actually change the name in hopes of changing the frequency of the energy of that person?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's so much to this. There's
so much to this.
So
I mean, and there's divine codes on that you can write down on your arm or under your pillow so it can help you. Numbers is everything, man. A lot of people don't realize numbers. And again, we did not invent numbers.
No. Numbers was way here before we became conscious of it. We just became conscious of it. That's all.
Just like the Fibonacci sequence. We had the Fibonacci understanding sequence before Fibonacci got it, because he was studying with the Moors, according to the studies and books that I got. I got a few books on telling you that he went and studied with the Muslims at that time, but they didn't mention Moors because they weren't allowed to mention Moors, because Moors was removed from the language at one point of time. But he studied, and then he created or control the Fibonacci. But the Fibonacci sequence is already on shells and seashells and turtlebacks, and it's already there. We already see it in the universe. We already been using Sankofa, the Indinkra symbols. It's all there.
I mean, it's just amazing. It's amazing. And you know what? Numbers are going to be here even when man blows himself. The kingdom comes. Which I hope not. Okay.
And we know that they send up number frequencies and all that when they want to communicate with quote unquote alien life.
Yes.
Why are they doing this?
And one more thing in closing. Here it is.
Exactly.
We haven't, or now, you know, Carl Sagan used to say there are billions and billions of stars. You mean that the Earth, out of these billions and billions of stars in the universe, is the only life form? That's arrogant to think that way.
Exactly.
You may not look like human beings in the form that we're used to, but in their world, they exist just as like we exist in our world. So when they talk about being out of space, well, brother, the Earth is in space. We're already out of space.
Exactly, right here. Yeah. I tell them I don't care whether it's square, flat, or round. It ain't gonna pay my bills down here. I can care less. I'm not arguing.
That's why I love you, Simon. We right on the same page, okay?
I could care less. It's not paying my bills. If it's square, round, tetrahedron, a Metatron, I don't care what it is. Is it helping?
That's the thing that, see, and this is part of what's happening with this culture now. They got us pointing our eyes at a Taylor Swift or this person or that person or Kanye West. But none of them are going to come and pay your bills, man.
None of them.
Not going to pay your rent, your mortgage, your food, your insurance, your electricity. None of it.
None of them.
So busy looking over there that as I'll think of his name in a moment, called Acres of Diamond.
Acres of Diamond. I heard that before.
Yes, it's a real classic thing that we're so busy looking in everybody's backyard that under your own backyard could possibly be acres of diamonds.
Exactly.
We're just distracted, but everybody is divinely special, and they need to understand that. The fact that we are here, there is a reason for you being here. If you can get that and understand that, you will have your world so much better.
And we got individual fingerprint, eye retina. I mean, we are a miracle, but we don't realize that we are a miracle. And that's the problem, that the coming together of the mother and father, that alchemical coming together, that big bang in the womb. That is what makes these miracles, that created new sense, a new scent. You don't have the same scent as somebody else. That created new fingerprints. You don't have the same finger. God, whether you believe in God, Allah, God, whatever, you got to understand that this is we are the magicians. We are the magi. We are a miracle. And y'all gotta
I'll stay
acknowledge
on that one. I'll say that. I'll stay on that one.
Lloyd, I want to thank you, my brother, for
Simon,
coming on.
happy
and
birthday
showing.
yesterday. Thank you. Love you
sir.
much. You are my brother for life. You did a lot for me, and I will always be the first to acknowledge that. Thank you. You know,
Thank you, man. And thank you so much, man. Like I tell people at the award show, I said Lloyd was the catalyst for me. This.
no,
1989.
thank you. I'm very, very blessed. I'm very
And
blessed.
he hit a lot of people. Lloyd touched a lot of people. He is making history while still alive. But you got to remember history from back since '89. He's making history from back when he first started doing this. He started making history in Harlem, right there, First World, and all those places. He started making history. But people still remember, you little children, little grown people coming up to you and say, my mommy had his book. My daddy had his book. My mommy introduced you. Mama, come on, Lloyd.
I read a young lady who was a teenager and she's in her 60s.
Wow.
It shows you how long I've been doing this.
And you know, it was so funny. And why I'm stressing history because Sister Tracy Pierre, she used to come out to our events back in the day. She's a Haitian sister, and her daughter was named Harmony. And Harmony at 14, she's 23, 24 now. Harmony at 14 wrote a book report about my book. And
interesting.
I found it in my old computer, Lloyd, and I said, wow, the questions that she asked. She said at the end of this, we're gonna close off here. At the end of the book road, I read it. She said, I wish the author would have come from more of his perspective instead of quoting other people. Because I kept on quoting you. And remember, you kept on asking me, why did I quote you in the book? Why? Because I don't believe in reinventing the circle. I said, give it to Lloyd. He got the knowledge.
Yeah.
But she was so right. Because after that, my new books, I started, and then she wanted to find out, has numerology helped him? And this is a 14-year-old giving those questions and telling the teacher this in her book report about me and what she wished she would have seen more of in that first numerology book. And because people will notice my development if you read my book now. You definitely notice my development.
Yeah.
So,
that's why I says you have just taken it to a whole nother level.
Oh no, brother!
Thank you. That sounds like another book is due soon. Whenever it is.
The angel number book is coming soon. The angel numbers is coming. So, Lloyd, thank you,
man. Thank you. Love you much, man. Happy belated birthday,
and happy birthday when yours come. We know we're gonna get you on your birthday. And hey, I'm gonna be on your show when? When am I supposed to be on your show again?
I think the 20-something.
Hold on, I got it on my calendar. I'm supposed to be on your show in February, right before my event, right? On the 17th, President's Day.
Okay, good.
Yeah, because right before my workshop, the 22nd.
Good. Yeah, I'll see you then. Okay.
All right, brother. Thank you very much, Lloyd. Take care. Peace and love. All right, that's my brother Lloyd Strayhorn. Woo! Man, this was good. We had a good time, family. Stop playing. Big up to my cousin Jackie. She just called me, Jacqueline. She just called me. I'm sorry, Jacqueline. Big up, happy birthday to my cousin Donna. Today is my cousin Donna's birthday. Ayn Rand. If you never read the philosophies of Ayn Rand, I'm well read. Although I'm a high school dropout, I had to take GED. I want to thank my mother most of all, and also my cousins like Jacqueline that encouraged me to read when I was a child. I was reading. I learned to read a lot. My mother used to have me and my sister and I sit down and read Moby Dick and all this, the Bible. Sometimes we go to Jamaica, they have us reading the Bible. Let me tell you, I memorized the Bible up until the part that says, multiply and be fruitful. And sure enough, I got 9 children and I got 15 grandchildren now. I did not go past that part. I just read up. I was able to read up to that and know it by memory to a certain extent. And then I could not go past multiply and be fruitful for some reason. And that was it. But yes, big up to Lloyd Strayhorn. He was on Family that just tuned in, man, from all over, man. Hey, yo, look, I got 9 children and 15 grandchildren. Multiply and fruitful? Yes, I did. But when it comes to metaphysics in your life, religion in your life, multiply and be fruitful. Multiply the people that you teach and guide, whatever you're doing, and be fruitful. Multiply your friendships so they can help you take that vibration from one level and be fruitful. Multiply your money, your frequency, and be fruitful. Multiply and be fruitful is more than just a biblical saying. And I remember Eric Thomas teaching on this. I remember Les Brown teaching on this years ago. So multiply and be fruitful is so important, even if you write that as a mantra. So whatever you multiply, you want to be fruitful. That's why I always share with you what Dr. B says. Dr. B says this statement: anytime that you share money or spend money, don't spend money, circulate money. And say this: currency is circulating back to me 1,000,000,000,000 or 1,000-fold. Anytime you spend money or buy something, always say, don't spend it, circulate it. Currency is circulating back to me 1,000,000,000,000. So whether you donate to my channel or donate to Lloyd or donate to Brother Rich, when you push that donation button, just say, currency is circulating back to me 1,000,000,000,000-fold. Because God don't want you to be broke. God do not want you to be broke. I don't care what God you believe in, Jehovah, Allah, Rastafari. I don't care what you believe in. Don't want you to be broke. How can God have all these riches, everything in this world, this universe, but want the children of the Creator to be broke? That don't make sense. Not to me, not in my book. If it makes sense to you, that's all right. But it don't make sense to at least be respectful with your money. Invest in what you want to invest. Leave a legacy. Give if you have to give zakat or give your donations or whatever, your 10%, whatever you have to do. But make sure, because you wouldn't be able to give your 10% to no church and no mosque, no zakat to no mosque if you didn't have finance to do that. So make sure currency is circulating back to you 1,000,000,000,000-fold. And again, please support Lloyd Strayhorn. This is his Linktree/numbersandyou. That's Linktree/numbersandyou. Make sure you go to that Linktree. You'll see everything that you need, all the workshops, all his apps, everything, his books, all of that is on there. How to contact him, all of that is on his Linktree. All right. So make sure y'all support Lloyd. Want to thank each and every one of y'all for coming on, man. I am so excited and I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control and I think I like it. All right. So have a great day, afternoon, or evening. Yesterday, I want to thank Nicole Listra Stewart. I want to thank Nicole Lister Stewart for donating $30 through my Zelle. Remember, you can donate to this, circulate to this channel by either you can go to Venmo, you can go to Zelle, you can go to, I don't have Cash App, I got PayPal, you can use Super Chat, all of that. If you like what I do from my metaphysical, spiritual perspective, please donate to the channel, show love to the channel, and stay focused on whatever you do. And if you need to book a session with me, please text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. Text your email also so I can help you out. Like I said earlier, I'm not here to remove you from your religion. I want you to be better in your religion and your way of life. That's what I'm about. I don't know about anybody else. I'm not going to tell you become spiritual and forget religion. No. If religion helped your backside to be respectful to other people, to elders and other people, then please stay your backside in the religion. Please stay there. Please stay right there. All I want to do is help you navigate a little bit better with your birthdays connected to your birthday, with the numbers connected to your birthday and the numbers connected to your name. I just want you to be a little bit better, because it's all right that you could become a prosperous Muslim, a prosperous Hebrew, a prosperous Christian, a prosperous Buddha, a prosperous Ifa practitioner, a practice icon practitioner, a prosperous Kemetic practitioner. It's all right to do that. It's all right to make money or circulate money, because we all still have to pay bills, take care of family, do what we got to do. We still have to do this. We still have to circulate money to certain things to keep what we're doing alive, keep ourselves alive in this realm, buy food, all that kind of stuff. All right. So don't take what we do, myself and Lloyd Strayhorn, as anything demonic. It is not. They have a book of numbers in the Bible. Stop playing. They have a book of numbers in the Bible. Most of the people that say they've never read the book of numbers. I read it, and I'm still reading it because it's a long-ass book. I'm still reading it. But I understood the order that God gave to number the tribes and understand how to help the tribes to navigate all the tribes. How many people? It was one of the first census. They had a whole census. They wanted to know how many people was in the houses. And I'm reading this stuff. So numbers are very important from an abstract level and an esoteric level. And it can give you guidance. But remember, numerology is objective. It's not subjective. It don't mean you're going to do this and you're going to be that. It means what road you decide to choose is up to you. At the end of the day, you got to make that choice. Like I've chosen to write books. I've chosen to speak and produce lectures because my frequency says I should do that. But my frequency said I could go down the negative road and be greedy and be abusive and be this. I could have went down that road too. Believe me, I could have went down that road. Believe me, especially when I was in the club life. God, I've been in the club life. I was a womanizer just like my poopa. My father was a womanizer too. So those things can transfer from one generation to another generation if one of us don't catch it and get these modalities in us to navigate us better so we can be better at than we was last time. All right, so that's all I'm here to share, my type of wisdom. Once again, we want to thank Lloyd Strayhorn for coming on. Everybody put a hand clap in the chat for Lloyd Strayhorn. Everybody put a hand clap in the chat for Lloyd Strayhorn. Please put a hand clap in the chat for Lloyd Strayhorn. Please. Everybody put a hand clap in the chat for Lloyd Strayhorn, man. The elder, the OG. 45 years. His book has been around for 45 years. I'm 58 years old yesterday. 45 years he's been doing it. I'm just saying. I was 13 when he put out his first book. That first book. I was 13 years of age when he put out that first book. 13. Some of y'all wasn't even born. Some of y'all wasn't even born. And that man been on Oprah Winfrey show in the beginning stages of Oprah's development. Been with Katie Couric. He'd been on BLS, LRB. He'd been on the stage of Apollo with this information. He turned it into a career. And that's what he's trying to show all of y'all who are serious. Because he's only taking a select few. He ain't taking a whole bunch of y'all. If y'all serious about learning or making a part-time career or do something to do on the side, go and take his workshop called Numbers and You, Numbers, You, and Beyond workbook, learning the art of numerology as a career. Go ahead and take it. Go to his Linktree, Linktree/Numbers and You. Why not? Why not? It just makes sense. All right, remember at 6 o'clock in the next 3 more hours, my girl is going to be here with me. Adara Moselle will be with me live and direct at 6 o'clock. She's a celebrity celebrity energy coach and award-winning master tantric and shaman. And remember, tomorrow's lesson, I will be teaching on divine digital codes, the spiritual and numerovational meaning of them, divine digital codes. And also big up to Wayne Lightworker, mental health clinician. I will be having him on the show. Seriousness of mental health. A lot of us are suffering from mental health. 9 Ether God Fest is sold out, but the books will be there and all that. The Unveiling 9 Ether with Nina Diamond and myself. My book, Numerovation, is going to be there. If you're going to be in Brooklyn, make sure y'all go to the Purely Holistic Soul Expo. See Brother Helru, support Nicholas Brooklyn. Dr. Valentine is doing a rebroadcast of this, so make sure you support Dr. Valentine. Kofi is going to be in the building, showing you how to cultivate your food in your house, in your backyard, in your yard, whatever. He's going to show you how to do it, Ross Kofi. Big up to Abundance Child. She'll be in the building, keeping family business alive. Tribute to Dr. Delbert Blair is coming in on the 13th with Brother Tony. Dr. Philip Valentine and Brother Sabir Bey is coming to the show on the 16th on Lloyd Strayhorn's birthday. Also, Dr. Alicia Kaye is going to be speaking on the magic of death money. Also, my workshop, The Grammar of Numerovation, workshop and how to articulate it. And also, big up to Color Curiosity, showing her some love, Millicent Simmons. She'll also be at the 9 Ether God Fest. Big up to Dr. Shakira Moore. Her new book is coming out. Also, pre-order her new book on the 15th. Text her for Juice Plus or other services. She might be there at the 9 Ether God Fest. I'm not sure. She hasn't confirmed yet. I don't know if she contacted Brother Rich or whatever. I know all the celebrities off of his YouTube channel are going to be there. That's what he's doing. He has them vending. Also, Paris Williams. Make sure you support her. Instagram, YouTube, and her website. Make sure y'all support Carrie Ann Ingram out of Toronto, but she also helps you to reduce depression, stress, anxiety, grief, and anger. Hit her up at carrieanningram.com. AdaraMoselle.com. Hit her up at AdaraMoselle.com. She helps to remove negative energy removal, free consultation, all of that. Also, Hypnosis with Kendall. She helped me out. She did a hypnotic therapy with me, and I moved out of New York. That's how deep it was. I started packing, and I moved. And big up to my brother here. He does financial advisory. He can help you out. DTR Taxes. You know him from DTR Books. Hit him up at 862-314-6039. And check out my son, Jalil, or JB. He does pressure wash, car detailing, dumpster wash. Hit him up at the number if you're in Atlanta. He'll come to your house and do what he got to do to help clean your house and clean the outside of your house and dumpster wash or detail your car. My other son has a great recording studio. Make sure you hit him up at these numbers that he have here. Great recording studio called Green Studio NYC. Make sure you support him. If you want to book a session with me, text me your full name and date of birth plus an email, and I will set you up when you're ready. You know, those that are coming to the 9 Ether God Fest, you have to sign it. You got to put your name, your email, and your telephone number on my list if you want to book a session with me. All right. I'll hook you up also. And get all my books on Amazon. My new book is coming soon, very soon. The Numerovational Angles and Angel Number book. My children book, Strive to Live a Positive Life, based on one of my reggae songs. And also my autobiography is coming to light in 2026. And that's called When the Late Bell Rang. All right. Family, on that note, thank y'all very much for tuning in and locking in. Remember what Dr. B says. I forgive myself, my family, and others for imperfection, and I am thankful for my life. And remember what Dr. Blair used to say. Please, Universal Creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which I live now. Please open my mind, my spirit, and my soul to receive only truth in your love now. Family, have a wonderful day, afternoon, or evening, whatever time you may be watching this. Thank you so much for your great self, because we are a reflection of each other. We are a reflection of each other. So reflect the best part of who you are and not the worst part of who you are. Be a solution and not a problem. Remember, I love you because I love me. Have a great day. Peace. It's the Numerovational Session with King Simon. Text your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And get my books on Amazon now.
Get ready. The 42nd International Reggae and World Music Awards Show is coming to the Coral Springs Center for the Arts, Fort Lauderdale on Sunday, March 20, 2025. Celebrate the biggest names in reggae and world music as we bring nations together through music and culture. Early bird tickets are on sale now. Don't miss out. Grab yours today at thecentercs.com or irama.com and book your stay for an unforgettable weekend. Hurry, prices go up after Thanksgiving. Follow us on social media and visit our website, www.irawma.com, for more details. The 42nd Irama Show, where the world comes to celebrate music.
in them that if it is sparked through numerology, astrology, motivation, whatever, it will raise them up from an 85%, maybe to a 10%, and eventually they become the 5%, the poor or prosperous righteous teachers. You gotta understand that this knowledge is not just for one class of people. We gotta get out of the class.